Welcome to my channel. A very wonderful day to you. I am Rochelle Rivera Quizon, and today I will discuss to you a very interesting topic that every educator and parent would love to talk about. So without further ado, let me share to you about middle childhood physical development of primary schoolers. To start with, let me share to you this quote by Friedrich Froebel that says, "Play is the highest expression of human development in childhood, for it alone is the free expression of what is in a child's soul." At the end of this module, we will challenge ourselves to describe the different physical characteristics of early school-age children in our own words, enumerate ideas on how we can apply the concepts in this module in the teaching-learning process, and discuss several ways on how to encourage an age-appropriate physical lifestyle to primary school children. Now, physical development involves many different factors, namely height, weight, appearance, visual, hearing, and motor abilities. The primary school children undergo many different changes as they go through this stage of development, which could be caused by different factors, both natural and environmental. Physical growth during the primary school years is slow but steady. During this stage, physical development involves having good muscle control and coordination, developing eye-hand coordination, having good personal hygiene, and being aware of good safety habits. In this developmental stage, children will have started their elementary grades, specifically their primary years, grades 1 to 3. These children are extremely active because of the most activities in these traditional schools are sedentary. They often release their unusual amount of energy in some forms of nervous habits, including fidgeting, nail biting, and pencil chewing. Primary school children get fatigued more easily because of physical and mental exertions both at home and in school. Hence, activities should be alternated between strenuous one and relaxing or quiet activities, like storytelling time after the math period. On this part, let's discuss the primary schoolers' height and weight. This period of gradual and steady growth will give children time to get used to the changes in their bodies. An average increase in height of a little over 2 inches a year in both boys and girls will introduce them to many different activities that they can now do with greater accuracy. Weight gain averages about 6.5 pounds a year. Most children will have slimmer appearance compared to their preschool years because of the shift in accumulation and location of their body fat, although girls tend to develop additional fat cells relative to muscle cells. A child's legs are longer and more proportioned to the body than they were before. A number of factors could indicate how much a child grows or how much changes in the body will take place. Genes. Genes can sometimes contain conflicting information, and in most cases, one gene will win the battle for dominance. Some genes act in an additive way. For example, if a child has one tall parent and one short parent, the child may end up splitting the difference by being of average height. Food. There is a considerable scientific interest in determining a child's optimal dietary requirements that will enhance and assist this growth and development. This includes factors such as quantity, quality, timing, and nutrient components of every meal. Climate. Children's growth and development from infancy to adolescence makes them more sensitive to environmental hazards related to climate. Exercise. Regular physical activity helps development of the child's fundamental movement skills, such as physical literacy. In addition to helping maintain a healthy body weight, physical activity can help build healthy bones, muscles, heart, and lungs. Physical activity also helps the child keep a healthy body weight. Medical conditions. Causes of growth problems may include, but not limited to, growth hormone deficiency, where a child has a growth disorder, which is a problem with the pituitary gland, a small gland at the base of the brain that secretes several hormones such as growth hormone, and also congenital problems in the tissues where growth occurs at the time of birth. Lastly, diseases or illnesses. Endocrine or hormone diseases may also cause problems in child's growth, such as diabetes or a lack of thyroid hormones, which are necessary for normal bone growth. Next is bones and muscles. Childhood years are the peak bone producing years. Bones grow longer and broader. This is the best time for parents and teachers to educate children of good dietary and exercise habits to help them have strong, healthy bones throughout their lives. Replacement of primary teeth are also known as baby teeth, with permanent teeth occur around ages 6 to 7 years and up until age 12. Most children will have all their primary teeth replaced. Many lifestyle factors like nutrition and physical activity can substantially influence the increase of bone mass during childhood. Because bones have proportionately more water and protein materials and fewer minerals than adults, ensuring adequate calcium intake will greatly help them in strengthening bones and muscles. Whereas large muscle control is at bigger play over fine motor. Some may still have difficulty holding a pencil properly for coloring inside the lines, so we have to limit writing time, since children may develop a negative attitude towards writing. Bone and muscle growth are still not complete during this stage. Most activities which use heavy pressure will be very difficult for growing bones, muscles, and ligaments. If students are engaging in too much strenuous activities to test their strengths, teachers may suggest or provide more coordinated physical activities or competition or rotate players during sports or games. Motor development. Young school-age children are gaining control over the major muscles of their bodies. Most children have a good sense of balance. They like testing their muscle strength and skills. They also enjoy doing real-life tasks and activities. They pretend and fantasize less often because they are more in tune with everything that is happening around them. Children during this stage love to move a lot. They run, skip, hop, jump, tumble, roll, and dance because their gross motor skills are already developed. They can now perform activities like catching a ball with one hand and tying their shoelaces. They can manage zippers and buttons respectively. That is why performing unimanual or requiring the use of one hand and bimanual requiring the use of two hands activities become easier. Children's graphic activities such as writing and drawing are now more controlled but are still developing. However, they can now print their names and copy sample designs, letters, and shapes. They can hold pencils, crayons, and utensils correctly with supervision. Motor development skills include coordination, balance, speed, agility, and power. Let us take a look into the definitions of the different motor skills. 1. Coordination. It is a series of movements organized and timed to occur in a particular way to bring about a particular result. The more complex the movement, the greater coordination is required. Children develop eye-hand and eye-foot coordination when they play games or sports. 2. Balance. It is the child's ability to maintain the equilibrium for stability of his or her body in different positions. Balance is a basic skill needed, especially in this stage when children are very active. During this time, children have improved balancing skills. 3. Static balance. It is the ability to maintain equilibrium in a fixed position like balancing on one foot. 4. Dynamic balance. It is the ability to maintain equilibrium while moving. 5. Speed. It is the ability to cover a great distance in the shortest time possible. 6. Agility. It is one's ability to quickly change or shift the direction of the body. These skills are extremely important in most sports. The last, but definitely not the least, 7. Power. It is the ability to perform a maximum effort in the shortest time possible. All these motor skills are vital in performing different activities, games, and sports. Development of these skills may spell the difference between success and failure in future endeavors of the child. Large-scale body movements are key in this stage. Most of the time, boys develop motor skills slightly faster than girls, except for skills involving balance and precise movements. Here are some motor milestones of primary school age children. But let's define first the fine motor skills. It is the coordination of small muscles in movements. Usually, it involves synchronization of hands and fingers with the eyes. The complex levels of manual dexterity that humans exhibit can be attributed to and demonstrated in tasks controlled by the nervous system. The primary schoolers are able to zip zippers and lace shoes. They are able to learn piano or violin. They can write and draw with more control, but writing looks choppy and uneven. Letters are getting smaller. Uppercase letters are somewhat mastered, but lowercase letters continue to be challenging throughout their third grade, especially letters with slants and curves. On the other hand, gross motor skills are the abilities usually acquired during childhood as part of a child's motor learning. The primary schoolers here can hop, skip on alternating feet, jump rope, walk on the balance beam. Throwing, catching, and kicking become smoother. They begin to participate in organized games such as hopscotch and sport such as basketball. And they can explore to skate, ski, bike, and other specialized skills with proper training. Let's go to some issues affecting physical development. First off, obesity. This is becoming a major concern for parents and healthcare providers since it seems becoming a trend. According to the World Health Organization, Western Pacific region, the Philippines is not spared from this scenario, and the results of National Nutrition Survey are showing slow but increasing childhood overweight and obesity rates. Prevalence of overweight among children 5 to 10 years old has risen from 5.8% in 2003 to 9.1% in 2013. Childhood obesity may be linked to a number of health-related consequences. Evidence also shows that overweight and obese children are likely to stay obese into their adulthood and are more prone to develop non-communicable diseases like diabetes and some cardiovascular diseases at a much younger age. Secondly, childhood nutrition. This has been proven to have serious effect on the physical and mental development of children. Malnutrition remains a major health issue in the Philippines. For most Filipino children, poverty is the chief reason why they do not get the nutrients and energy required for their age. School-age children's diet should include a good supply of vitamins, minerals, and protein found in most fruits and vegetables to combat the trend of eating out and eating too much, which puts children at risk of increased consumption of soft drinks, sugary and salty snacks like crackers and chips. Right at this moment, let us take a look and run through to the study presented on the nutrition status of Filipino children 6 to 10 years old between 2003 to 2018 conducted by the Food and Nutrition Research Institute. This figure shows the trends in the prevalence or frequency of malnutrition among school children between 6 to 10 years old in the Philippines as of 2003 to 2018, wherein the indicators are as follows. Red is for the underweight, blue for stunting, which means there's a hindrance of the normal development or progress, green for wasting, which is defined as low weight for height, and purple for overweight for height. Next, the prevalence of stunting among school children between 6 to 10 years old in the Philippines, which shows the comparison of the years 2015 and 2018 respectively. Then, this is the prevalence of underweight among school children between 6 to 10 years old in the Philippines, which shows also the comparison of the years 2015 and 2018. This is also the prevalence of wasting among children between 6 to 10 years old in the Philippines, which shows the comparison of the same years 2015 and 2018 respectively. Now, this is the prevalence of overweight among school children between 6 to 10 years old in the Philippines, which shows the comparison of the years 2015 and 2018. And finally, the prevalence of anemia among school children between 6 to 10 years old in the Philippines, which shows the comparison of the years 2015 and 2018 respectively. In summary, this survey shows that stunting and underweight among school children is still a public health problem of high severity. Overweight is a growing problem for this age group, and anemia prevalence increased in 2018 for school children, affecting most of the 6 years old with moderate severity. Let's go back to some issues affecting physical development. Third is sleep. Primary school age children need 9 to 11 hours of sleep every day, including daytime naps. But sometimes, due to their school schedules, midday naps or siesta is not possible anymore. Because of this, children may need to go to their bed earlier rather than nap. Children's increased sport affiliation, extracurricular activities, TV, internet, computers, and sometimes intake of caffeinated products could result to the difficulty in falling asleep, disruptions in their sleep, and sometimes even nightmares. Poor and inadequate sleep may result to mood swings and behavioral problems such as hyperactivity and cognitive problems, which may impact their ability to concentrate in school. Given all those factors, there are implications to child care education and parenting. So we have two major ways to help primary school age children to be physically healthy. One, provide them with good nutrition by using the food pyramid as our guide. And two, involve them in coordinated and age-appropriate physical activities. Specifically, healthcare providers, teachers, and parents must do the following. Encourage children to join or enroll them in related programs during summer or their free time if children have shown interest in a particular activity or sport. Advocate better nutrition in food provided in the school canteen by providing healthier options and accessible, healthier products. Provide a balance between rigorous physical play activity and quiet activities and designing classroom activities. Create an exercise plan for children. Not only does it promote motor skills, but also improves strength and endurance, builds healthy bones and muscles, and increases positive emotions. Maintain a daily sleep schedule and consistent bedtime routine. So, ideally, we have to set a scheduled screen time with their mobile phones if they have. Lastly, make children's bedroom conducive for a peaceful sleep. If possible, keep computers and TV out of the bedroom. That also includes no more mobile phones in their bedrooms when it's already bedtime. This is an advocacy of hashtag Hungry About Hunger. Children's Hour is a non-profit organization that focuses on the welfare and health of Filipino children. The organization was born in 1999 under the initiative of top businessman and International Youth Foundation member Jaime Augusto Zubeldi Ayala after taking part in a global movement that started in the UK in the same year. The organization's vision is this: for every Filipino child to be provided a happy, safe, and fulfilling future. And as much as this mission sounds clear and simple, getting there is not. According to Children's Hour, malnutrition has been at the highest in the Philippines for the last 10 years, with 3.4 million children who are stunted or short for their age, and over 300,000 children who are thin for their height. And as health and nutrition being one of the four focuses of Children's Hour, alongside education, child welfare, and development, the organization has been actively seeking ways to fight this cycle of poor nutrition. Children's Hour, together with their partner, Christian Mission Service Philippines, also supports the Department of Education's feeding programs by conducting complementary activities such as deworming, waste segregation and composting, and integration of good grooming and personal hygiene. And these programs are working. Their health and wellness program had a 90 to 95% rate of undernourished children when the program started. Now, 77% of their beneficiaries have officially attained healthy and normal weight, and they believe they can achieve 100%, possibly with our help. So, just visit www.childrenshour.org.ph for more information. We are down to our last part. To ensure that we are really promoting our students and children, their physical well-being, let us ask ourselves the following questions. Do I understand that children have different physical needs in order to develop properly? Do I provide stress-free environment in the classroom or at home by being adaptive and accommodating? Do I balance my activities between active and quiet ones? Do I appreciate the physical milestones that happen in this stage of physical development? Do I model healthy eating and encourage my learners and children to do so? Do I advocate maintaining a consistent sleeping routine and inspire my students and children to do the same? Am I an excellent example of someone who lives a healthy, active lifestyle that my students and children can emulate? In conclusion, let me leave this quote to you by Luis Malaguchi that goes, "Children need the freedom to appreciate the infinite resources of their hands, their eyes, and their ears, the resources of forms, materials, sounds, and colors." I am looking forward that you have learned and discovered much from this video. That would be all. Thank you for watching and see you around. May the Lord God Almighty bless you.